138 Openings of Wisdom, Opening 32. This is part 2. The English Gematria words for today are stable, gold, and coin. Coin, gold, stable. Gold, stable, coin. Stable equals 59, gold equals 38, and coin equals 41. Stable gold coin equals 138. This is 138 Openings of Wisdom, Opening 32, Part 2. The Radiance of Adam Kadmon. If you examine the matter carefully, you will find that the government is concealed within the heart and in all the body and is revealed in the face. And from there, it is revealed through the fissures. The last revelation is thus the radiant splendor merging through the fissures, and it is with this that we are concerned in our studies of the Kabbalah. For this is the light that reaches us, and it is only this that we are truly able to apprehend. All that is more interior than this is too elevated for us, and we cannot know it. The details of this radiant splendor constitute all the worlds in their various aspects, for only the parts of this radiant splendor and its movements are revealed to us, and no more. And all we know is that this whole matter is rooted deep, deep within the interior of the supreme government. From this, you can understand the low level of knowledge that created beings are capable of attaining. For the true nature of the government is exalted far above them, and they know nothing except the superficial level closest to them. This external level contains the complete cycle of government in its entirety from the beginning until the end, and all the worlds that we will be discussing. Indeed, one principle that you must constantly bear in mind is that everything done in any given place is done in accordance with that place. To take an example from the subject of our present discussion, what is seen of the soul through the face is ordered in a way suited to this visibility. And similarly, what is revealed through the fissures made by the soul is arranged in an order suited to this revelation. This is the order that it is possible for the creatures in the lower realms to apprehend. This means that they see only the outermost aspect of the measure laid down for the government of the worlds. Even so, what they see is the truth of the matter according to the way it is in depth. However, the intellect is inadequate to apprehend the entire matter in its true inner essence and depth, and to encompass all that exists there. Accordingly, we say they were given a complete and sufficient picture to enable them to understand the matter to the extent to which they are able to receive. This can be compared to the case of a sage who wants to teach his wisdom to the student. If the student is unable to receive the full depth of his wisdom, the teacher gives him enough of a picture of his wisdom as he is fit to receive. The picture is faithful to the full depth of the sage's wisdom, yet it is concise and comprehensible to the student. If he will later enter into the depth of this wisdom, he will find even greater benefit in it than he could have thought possible at the outset, like the superiority of the light that comes out of the darkness. Kohelet 2:13. It could be objected, we said earlier, that the government lies in the residue, while the line is concealed within it. See opening 27. But from our present discussion, it appears that on the contrary, the entire government derives from the line. For we see that the government comes about only through what emerges from these apertures, which is from the interior, which is the line. If so, surely the government is from the line. This may be answered as follows. What is revealed cannot be said to be revealed in accordance with the level of the soul. On the contrary, we must say that it is revealed according to the level of the body. This is because man is made up of a soul, clothed within a body, built of apertures and cavities. The cavities are container vessels, while the apertures are vessels of exit. The soul fills the container vessels while emitting light through the exit vessels. Emitting light through the exit vessels. All this is in accordance with the way the body works and the nature of its vessels. When the soul goes out through these exit vessels, it makes a radiant splendor around the body. The soul adds nothing to the body, which remains what it is. For even when the soul brings forth its lights, it brings them forth only in accordance with the nature of the body. This is the implication of the above-quoted passage from Otzrot Chaim, stating that the light of the brain is called Ab, while the light of the ear is called Sag. However, the vessels that bring forth the light exist only to reveal what takes place inside the container vessels. Thus, the root of the government lies in the interconnection of the soul and the body inside. But the government is revealed in the face, and then an even greater revelation comes in the radiant splendor emerging from the fissures with all that is revealed there. Accordingly, the line governs on its own level, which is different from that of the residue, whose government is subject to it. For I have already stated that the soul brings forth its lights in accordance with the body. Thus, when we consider the overall order of government, the entire structure of Adam Kadmon, we find that the full cycle of the government as it is revealed to us consists only of what is revealed after the line has already clothed itself within the residue through the surrounding radiant splendor. Besides what is revealed through this radiant splendor, everything the line does in clothing itself in the residue is known to us. That which is arranged within, inside the body, what is revealed is the actual order that exists within. Accordingly, there is a direct parallel between what is revealed and that which exists within. Indeed, we can tell in detail which part of the interior is revealed in one place and in the face, and which part in a different place. And emissions of this radiance emerge from each of the sense organs. This is, as we have said above, that what radiates initially in the face in a general way emerges in a more revealed manner in the sensory faculties. Accordingly, 4 worlds emerge: the worlds of vision, hearing, smell, and speech. Since there are 4 faculties, 4 things therefore emerge and are revealed from them. Indeed, all that is fit to be revealed will be revealed through these 4. For this reason, there are 4 and no more: the worlds of vision, hearing, smell, and speech. These are not the actual vision, hearing, smell, and speech themselves, but their worlds that emerges from them. The forehead also emits its own radiance. This too is something that is not seen now. But if the radiant splendor of the forehead were visible, like the radiant splendor of the other senses, it would be visible. For there is a very subtle fissure, and this is the secret of the tefillin, which stand on the forehead. Of the tefillin it is written, and all the peoples of the earth will see that the name of Havaya is called upon you. Deuteronomy 28:10. Part 2. Thus, all the worlds are nothing but the radiant splendor. As already stated in the commentary on the first part of the proposition, all the worlds discussed in the Kabbalah are levels of this radiant splendor. And shine of Adam Kadmon, shine and radiation are the appropriate terms for that which is not the essence of a thing itself, but which shines and radiates from the essence. The radiation is on a lower level than the essence itself. These worlds are thus a mere radiation that emerges from Adam Kadmon. They do not reveal all that is revealed in Adam Kadmon in itself, but much less. Here lies the answer to an apparent difficulty about these worlds of vision, hearing, smell, and speech, which appear not to follow the order of the rest of the tree. The world of Bria, for example, emerges from Atzilut in the sense of being a single continuation of it, emerging like a seal stamped with all the Sefirot of Atzilut, which pass through a screen. Each Sefirah in Atzilut actually brings forth the corresponding Sefirah in Bria. Yetzirah emerges from Bria in the same way, and similarly Asiyah from Yetzirah. It is therefore fair to say that they are one under the other, for they emerge one from the other. Similarly, in the case of the Partzufim, Abba and Ima emerged from Arik Anpin through the process of internal coupling, Zivug, within, while Zeir Anpin and Nukva emerge from Abba and Ima through their coupling. This is not the way in which the worlds of vision, hearing, smell, and speech emerge from Adam Kadmon. Rather, these emerge from within through the sensory organs. Okay? This gives rise to two difficulties. The first is that we cannot say that the worlds of vision, hearing, smell, and speech are under Adam Kadmon in the way that Abba and Ima, Zeir Anpin, and Nukva are under Arik Anpin, as mentioned elsewhere. For the former do not emerge from Adam Kadmon in the same way that the latter emerge from Arik Anpin through the process of coupling, whereby the higher Partzuf brings forth the lower one. The second difficulty is that the emergence of the worlds of vision, hearing, smell, and speech from Adam Kadmon seems inconsistent with the developmental mode, Ishtalshalut. This requires that the first world should be completed, after which another world should emerge from it on the next level, and with a power less than that of the higher world. This is the pathway visible in the Sefirot from after the Tzimtzum onwards, but the emergence of the worlds of vision, hearing, smell, and speech seems to follow a different pathway that is inconsistent with this order. The question immediately arises as to why these worlds did not emerge from and come under Adam Kadmon in exactly the same way as the other worlds emerge one from another. Or, if these emerged in this way, why did others not emerge from Adam Kadmon in the way that Bria, Yetzirah, and Asiyah emerged from Atzilut? In short, We do not see here a direct continuation, as would have been appropriate in accordance with the developmental pathway. Rather, it seems like a jump from one pathway to another and from one aspect to another. We do not see a single, complete, consistent order binding everything together in this way at all. These difficulties may be resolved in the light of our earlier discussion. It is true that contained within the empty space formed through the Tzimtzum is only one overall existence. This is Adam Kadmon, complete in all aspects, soul, body, and radiant splendor. This constitutes the entire government of the name of Havaya, blessed be He, besides which nothing else exists. However, inasmuch as this government is very deep, we cannot understand it, and only a glimmer is revealed to us. This answers the first objection, that the worlds of vision, hearing, smell, and speech are not under Adam Kadmon, for they are a part of Adam Kadmon. This glimmer is the smallest, most concise picture of this government. This alone is what we can speak about in Adam Kadmon. It is here that we can distinguish the different levels, one under the other, in a developmental chain. These are the different aspects of the revealed government. However, the revealed government does not emerge as a continuous gradation that develops out of Adam Kadmon. Rather, this is all that can be revealed of Adam Kadmon. And we must consider this to be also part of Adam Kadmon. This answers the second difficulty, that these worlds do not develop out of Adam Kadmon, but rather are of and in Adam Kadmon. We can only say that Adam Kadmon constitutes all that exists in accordance with the order of the name of Havaya, blessed be He. The intrinsic essence of Adam Kadmon cannot be apprehended. It is only the radiation of Adam Kadmon that can be apprehended, and this contains all the levels and aspects discussed in the teachings of the Kabbalah. While Adam Kadmon is more elevated than them and cannot be apprehended, this explains why we do not occupy ourselves with the intrinsic essence of Adam Kadmon, but instead speak in terms of these worlds. What this means, as discussed above, is that Adam Kadmon is the concealed source of the government, while the radiant splendor is what is revealed of Adam Kadmon. This is not a confused order, nor does it jump from path to path. On the contrary, it is a fitting order and one that is properly arranged. The way this appears in the prophetic vision is as written in the Kabbalistic texts. There is a single parsuf or visage, that of Adam Kadmon, whose face radiates. Emerging from it are all these lights in the order given in the texts.